Paltrocast. H3RIZON, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. How's the day going besides having to talk to me? We'll throw it to Bernie first.
Oh no, it's a pleasure talking to you. Our day is actually just starting. It's 8:45 currently, and can't wait to get this started with you. Yeah.
Well, it's such a pleasure. Your EP, from what I've heard, very impressive because very few groups can do a cappella. Very few groups have hit songs. So we hear a group that can actually sing, that has catchy songs, etc. And Arcade is nothing like You Don't Know Nothing. It's all over the place in a great way. So what was the first song recorded for the EP? Do you remember, or who would know the answer?
Well, our first track was our a cappella track, You Don't Know Nothing, which we released last year. That was our first track being signed as Epic Artist. So it was very, very special to us. And at the same time, you don't see a girl group release an a cappella track as their first single. So we thought it was pretty special, pretty
And we wanted
daring.
we wanted to give a gift to our fans because they follow us and knew us from us doing a cappella and us giving our own vocal arrangements. So we wanted to give them something familiar as newly signed artists.
And remind people that as much as we love going into different genres of music and exploring music, R&B and harmonies are our roots. A cappella is our roots.
Yeah.
Sure. Now, how do you record You Don't Know Nothing? And I say that because you have the vocal bass thing going on, but obviously a studio recording is different than a live performance. So who was the first voice, or how do you track something like that?
So You Don't Know Nothing is actually a cover of the iconic girl group For Reals.
Yes.
You Don't Know. So we sat, because there's no sheet music out there for it, we sat down and dissected each layer and each harmony. We had our laptops out, Logic Pro out, just mapping out every single harmony and literally doing it on the fly as we were recording.
We were all in the booth together, and when one person was recording, the others were having headphones in, trying to hear it for ourselves, and it was kind of just swapping in and out of recording it all.
And the other person was conducting the one at the mic, so everything was sounding tight.
Where does the love of a cappella come from? For some people that are not an old man like me, it's the movie Pitch Perfect. But where was the love of a cappella from for each of you?
Well, I studied classical music in high school, so I sang in a lot of choirs and vocal ensembles and did a cappella. So I found my love through that, really.
For
and
me,
Bernie's the
yeah.
same.
Same. I was an a cappella nerd in high school, brought it over to university as well, and eventually into H3RIZON. I just love a cappella so much. And Tiara's voice is just like the perfect addition to any
I
acapella
had
song.
no a cappella experience prior to H3RIZON. I thought it was so exciting to be able to kind of test myself and try to learn how to blend with other voices, because growing up I was only used to performing myself. That becoming part of a girl group, I was like, wow, this is really exciting, being able to enhance. Who knew that it could sound even better with more people?
With more
It was great.
voices.
Yeah.
When it comes to American a cappella, usually the names of the groups are puns, really, really cheesy puns. Is that the same with Australian a cappella in high school?
Go on, Bernie.
Bernie likes to say she had a self-devised a cappella group in high school. What were you called?
The New Tones, because I went to Newtown High School of Performing Arts.
So they're called the New Tones. Very cool. I didn't. Sadly, I actually not cool. We didn't have names because I was in several different ensembles and we had a massive school choir. We didn't really have a name.
Oh, I tell a lie. I spent a couple months being in a church choir.
Yeah, that counts.
That counts. It was 3 months. That's fine.
Okay, so fortunately you don't have bad names like the B Sharps. That's one of them around here, that the a cappella name, the puns. But there's other great songs on, your EP that I've heard, and prior to that and all that. What I'm curious about is, do you have an a cappella version of each song that's on the EP?
Ooh, we have not planned that, but you know what? You're onto something there. You're onto something.
I mean, we put so many vocal layers and harmonies in each of our songs because we vocally arranged all of our songs. We were lucky enough to be like, I want to see what you guys want to do on this one. So if we just take out the music, it would just be a vocal.
But I mean, when we release these songs, we're always doing an a cappella arrangement on our social media as well. So I guess kind of.
The full versions.
Where I'm going with that is if you do the stereotypical major record label thing, you have to have the instrumental version, the a cappella version, the Spanish version, maybe a German version. Do you have all those different versions in the works for Horizon?
I mean, we'd love Spanish.
German. Let's get into German.
Well, I've got Spanish in me. She knows a bit of German, and we're all Filipino. We should do a Tagalog version.
Yeah, I think we should be doing a Tagalog version. Seems.
You know what? Let's just add some spice into a Hungarian version.
I'm not trying to give you more work to do. I was just curious because, if I like these songs the regular way, I might love them a cappella style. So you may want to listen to the same exact album in a different way and change it up. So fingers crossed we get that. And are we going to get a US tour in the near future? What are the plans internationally? Because you guys have to travel a lot. I'm very aware of that.
Yes, we heard that there's going to be a lot of traveling this year, and we are definitely planning to go back to the States sometime this year.
Once this EP is released, even before then, to be honest, we're planning to be on the road a lot this year. We just want to be doing it as much as we can, performing, getting to know our supporters, everything. So we'll definitely be on the road.
Is there a fan base nickname for Horizon? I couldn't figure that out.
No, help us. Yeah, honestly, we need help with that.
Yeah, we're trying to find. Well, I mean, to be fair, I feel like that's something the fandom have to come up with.
Yes,
but putting it on them.
But at the same time,
we've tried a lot of names: Sunset,
Sunrise.
Your Horizon.
What was it?
Your Horizon. They're the community. No, we're not doing that. So that's a work in progress. The Spanish and German versions are a work in progress. And the last 2-3 questions here, and then I let you go. I mentioned the song Arcade before. And Arcade mentions video games. It's kind of an analogy to a complex relationship. Are any of you gamers, or are those just fun lyrics?
Oh, I'd say we both are. Like Bernie and I kind of grew up playing a bunch of different.
You're even more so now. Like
I feel like I'm more so now. I just have. It's really embarrassing.
You have a Sims addiction.
It's really embarrassing how much I have, like a Sims 4 addiction, Hogwarts Legacy. Like I think I need an intervention, to be honest. But
for me, it's just Call of Duty on mobile. That's it. I can't play on any console. I can't aim on a console. Like, I can't do that. Mobile, it's easy. But
yeah. I wasn't allowed games in the house.
She was busy studying.
I had to study
chemistry.
But that's so fine.
Math was her game.
Yes.
Singing in 7 choirs.
Yeah. Too busy just singing.
But look at us at the same place, same time.
Making history as, the first epic record signing that we care about, of course, of, from that imprint. But last 2 questions. First one, Tricky is who you worked with on You Don't Know Nothin, who I first discovered because of the Umbrella single. Do you remember the first single or song where you noticed Tricky?
Baby Justin Bieber.
Mine was Single Ladies.
Same with me, Single Ladies.
Single Ladies. And Case of the X.
Case of the X. Oh, I love that. But he made our childhood, literally. He made every song.
Touch my body.
Oh, right.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And especially now, Water by Tyler.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yes.
And and fun fact, what we're so blessed to be working with literally some of the same writers from that team behind Water by Tyler, and they helped with Naughty. So we're like, oh my God, no wonder it's such a banger. No wonder it's such a club banger.
There you go. Last question. Anytime I speak to an Australian major label recording artist, I ask this. And obviously, H3RIZON's the best Australian recording artist in history. Everyone knows that, it's a fact. But who's the second best Australian recording artist of all time?
Kylie Minogue.
Wow. No time wasted.
Constantly.
We love
We love Kylie
Kylie
Minogue.
a little too much.
Like, till now, she is just giving us slay with every track.
Iconic.
And actually, to be honest, I think I'm really in love with Troye Sivan at the moment and his new album. Like, I like Troye Sivan's new album.
So you didn't say AC/DC, you didn't say In Excess. It's Kylie.
Look, we love AC/DC and we love In Excess. It's just Kylie.
Kylie.
Like, how can we?
It's Kylie.
I hear you. You're not wrong. But the bottom line is congratulations on the EP. Looking forward to the full length. Looking forward to the US tour dates, and just keep up all the greatest. It's exciting to see what you've accomplished already, and just keep it going, girls.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you.
Paltrocast.